Hey everybody, welcome. So let's see here. So welcome to this video. This is going to be a reading from the Family Wrap, a Wellness Recovery Action Plan for Families. This was written and produced by Mary Ellen Copeland in 2013. This is now under ownership of Wrap Inc. and the Advocates for Human Potential, and this is just an exercise. So today I'm going to be reading the sections about the Comfort Agreement, Wellness Toolbox, and Daily Maintenance Plan, and list. And then tomorrow or next time I'll cover triggers in an action plan, early warning signs in an action plan, and signs things are breaking down in an action plan. So yeah, anyway. So if you or anyone in your family is being physically, emotionally, or sexually abused or bullied, or if you are the abuser, please contact your local mental health services provider or agency of health and human services. Abuse is not acceptable and must not be tolerated. And then basically a reflection and a check-in. So what does having a comfort agreement, safety agreement, or safety action plan mean to you today? What is something that you may need to consider when navigating this virtual space in order to feel or be safe? And what are 3 family wellness tools that you could include in your chosen or your biological family? And what are signs that your family is doing well? And what are things that your family can do every day to get well and stay well? So these are just options for you to reflect, and if you care to share. Very cool. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into the book, and I'm gonna start on page 19. So these books are still available. They're still wonderful, excellent resources, and it's very exciting because there's more and more new options coming out every day. So welcome. So, comfort agreement. Before your family begins working together to develop a family wrap, develop a comfort or safety agreement, an agreement that guides people's behavior during the family wrap development meetings. So each person in the family can contribute to this list if they want to. It might include things like everyone gets a chance to speak with no interrupting. So have a person holding a talking stick or some object when it's their turn can help. Everyone listens carefully to what other people are saying. No swearing, shouting, yelling, or whining. No criticism, judging, nagging, or teasing. Everyone in the family agrees to attend the wrap development meetings. And family wrap development meetings will be held at a time that's convenient for everyone in the family. Wellness Toolbox. Rap for me has been an avenue of self discovery and self evaluation. I now have many wellness tools and made much progress over the many years of my recovery. Over 25 years ago, I made a list of all the things I could do to help me feel better. One tool that stands out in my mind was making my infant son giggle, and I laugh when I tickled him. That was my first rap. Since I now teach rap to others, I'm able to expand my own plan. It is certainly a living rap because it grows and changes with me and with each rap class I teach. Rap is part of me now, and I am happy. And this is from an avid rap user. The Wellness Toolbox is the cornerstone of family rap. It is a listing of every possible thing you can think of that helps the family feel better or supports the family in staying well. Have one or several brainstorming sessions where family members share every family wellness tool that they can think of. Your family will discover some unique wellness tools that only work for your family. List these tools. Either one person can be the scribe, or people can take turns doing the writing. You can continue to add tools to this list whenever people in the family agree, and they should be added. Tools can also be removed from the list if everyone in the family agrees that the tool is not a good one. Following is an extensive list of family wellness tool options that were gathered from people everywhere. Perhaps some of them will work for your family. If so, include them in your plan. You will notice that there are some that would never work for your family. Don't include those in your family plan. Or you can adapt any of these tools to meet your family's specific needs. So, family wellness tools. And I'm going to list quite a bunch. There's a few pages of them. So I'll just invite you to kind of get comfortable. Check in with your breathing maybe. So family wellness tools. Having at least one meal a day together. Eating breakfast together. Doing something fun together like bowling, hiking, skating, visiting a museum or tourist attraction, going to an amusement park, attending a community event. Each person doing their own chores. You could have a family chore chart that clarifies what each person needs to do on a particular day. Everyone making their own bed. Specific family members have a date or special time together. Going out to eat, having a family meeting, watching a movie together, doing your own laundry, doing the family laundry, helping with the family laundry, folding clean clothes, picking up after yourself, asking for help, going to the library, singing songs that everyone enjoys, playing board games, cooking healthy meals together, having a quiet time, inviting special friends for a potluck dinner, going for a quiet walk, going for a vigorous walk, working on a project together, playing cards, listening to music, looking through older family pictures, playing with pets, spending special time with young members of the family or older members of the family, doing a community service activity together like visiting people in a nursing home, cleaning up a park, or helping to build a playground. Outside activities like sledding and swimming, rollerblading, biking, hiking. Making up our own bebop rhythms in the car. Pets like dogs, cats, turtles, birds, snakes, hamsters, and guinea pigs. Church or faith-based activities. Having a family worship night or family devotions. Telling each other how great they are often. Eating meals together. Homework first. Having a weekly family fun night. Nobody cooks. Get a pizza and a movie or play board games. Catch a family member's eye and just give them a smile for no reason. It's always delightful to see the smile you get back. Be silly together. Serve the veggies before the main meal when people are hungriest. Use the fancy glasses once in a while. Have a plan for alone time. Read aloud to each other. Invite people you all enjoy to your home. Put family events on a family calendar that everyone can easily access. Make a fire and camp out in the backyard. Get your things ready the night before. Use a timer when an activity should end or a chore begin. Buy plain yogurt and add your own maple syrup or honey and fruit. Make a DVD of people in your family and set it to some music people will like so they watch it over and over again. Authorized silly times. My kids, especially when they were younger, would really ramp it up right before bedtime. I would give them 5 minutes of silly time with a timer so they could run around the house and chase each other or make as much noise as they needed before settling down for bed. It was usually all they needed. See a counselor when things seem to be getting out of hand. Call them a family helper for when it's not working without outside input. Have clear bedtimes for everyone in the family, including the adults. Each person in the family needs to take special time for themselves. One parent said, I like to walk the kids to the school bus and then take a nice walk myself. Sometimes it's the last good thing I do for myself all day. Apologize to your family members if you do something that you feel was a mistake. Play, one parent said. If the kids are out kicking a soccer ball around, take 10 minutes and join them. Cuddle in the morning. One family calls it Camp Cuddle Bunny. Everybody gets into mom's bed and hangs out for a bit before the day starts. Set strict limits on electronic devices. This might include drawing up a contract, laying out terms like when, where, what, and for how long. Celebrate special events. We have a party for the kids' adoption day. They still look forward to coming down in the morning and finding a balloon tied to their chairs. Have cake for breakfast once in a while or ice cream. To avoid the she got the bigger piece conflict, one child divides, the other chooses. Use I feel statements when communicating with family members. Have a family game night, board or card games. Have a picnic. Put together a family photo album. Take a camping trip. Reading aloud together as a family beginning in the womb until they move away. Eating supper together every night possible. Play the high-low game, where everyone states their high for the day and their low spot. Make a big deal out of holidays, birthdays, adoption days, and other important days in some way by having some decorations up as a reminder of important family anniversaries and events. Always have a birthday celebration for each person in the family, using an indoor quiet voice rather than yelling. Schedule family meetings where everyone can add to the comfort agreement that was developed when you began working together on RAP. Follow the RAP values and ethics as a family, which we covered a little bit ago. Take inexpensive day trips and explore the local area often. Listen to each other, enjoy each other, journaling in quiet times. Have art supplies available for self-expression. Hang personal art around the home. Attend each other's activities and support each other's passions. Have healthy food available at all times and model healthy cooking skills and eating. No hitting allowed ever. Take pictures of each other and post them around the home. Model good sleep hygiene for each other. Exercise together. Enjoy sunlight together. Allow opportunities for self-expression. Make cards to mail to extended family and friends. Give as a family and individually to others in need. Model volunteerism. State clear expectations. Maintain boundaries. See page 94, so we'll get there. Show affection and love at every opportunity. Be kind and respectful to each other at all times. Allow opportunities for making money and learning how to manage it. Have a central whiteboard where notes can be written every day, connecting family members with each other. Allow for averageness and mistakes to happen without a dramatic response. Avoid expecting perfection. Take advantage of support groups. Communicate often and with honesty. Model self-advocacy and personal responsibility. Support one another in any way you can. Have friends and interests outside of the family. Model the importance of education. Know when you have been upset and activate your action plan and your wellness tools. Ask for help when needed. Explore other cultures together. And limit exposure to disturbing news and media. Ask for each other's opinion often, and then listen with empathy. Maintain regular contact with family members who no longer live at home. Partners model keeping the romance going. Model the importance of meaningful work. Use color in the home to express each member's personality. Doing a reality check, asking yourselves what is really happening, and deciding on solutions that will work for all of you. And that's April Molds Elliott, Advanced Level RAP Facilitator. Every night before I go to bed, I write a message on the bathroom mirror in dry erase marker for my two daughters, now ages 13 and 16. I've been doing this for at least 6 years now. The messages may be something that I'm proud of them for, something that they may have accomplished that day, or just simply, your mom loves you. And sometimes it's a funny joke. When they wake up in the morning and see this, it starts their day on a positive note. They in turn leave a message for me. It is something that has become part of my daily maintenance plan. Being noticed and appreciated by those you love goes a long way. Another wellness tool that we would use, which was started when they were very young, is the special cup at supper time. The special cup is a fancy goblet that had been my mother's. Whoever has this special cup sitting at their place setting is not only the special person at dinner, but also gets to ask the special question. It has to be somewhat specific, such as, what made you laugh today? Or what are you worried about? Then they get to go first as we go around the table and share our responses. It really starts the conversations going, and we are focused on one another and not just our food. My girls ask me almost every night when I walk through the door if we are going to have to sit or if we're going to have a sit down dinner tonight. Now, that's a wellness tool. Jim Douglas says one of my favorite activities of the kids that I have contact with is to visit the beach or pool or park in our local area. The 6 and 4-year-olds love the water and would spend all day there if they could. The beaches in our local area are safe and afford many happy hours. The local playgrounds have swings, whirly offset circles, and jungle gyms where we often play Sand Monster, where the monster, me, can only patrol the bark floor and tries to tag the kids on the jungle gym. Or otherwise, we have races and timings to run around the edges of the play area where balance is crucial. When we do this after I finish work, it gives the mother a few hours of peace before the routine of shower and bedtime, and at least uses some of the energy that they have when they get home. So from Nicole Pekovich. I have a family of 4. My fiance and I have been together for 13 years, but are not married. We have a 10-year-old son and a daughter who will be 8 in 2 days. We have had health scares, accidents, fighting, crying, deaths in the family, and everything else that comes with having a family. My main goal in life is to be a good parent, whatever that may be. I want my kids to love me when they grow up. I want them to be able to look back on their lives and be able to say, I had a good childhood. My parents loved me. I want for them to be responsible and be able to handle life's challenges with resistance and strength. I worry all the time that I'm going to screw something up and not reach this goal. So many people have horrible stories from childhood, including myself. I worry so much in the job I have, recovery sports support specialist, because I hear people's stories every day. And there are people who really hate their parents for making them apologize when they did something wrong, or for punishing them by making them attend a church service, for example, or for accidentally making the water too hot when they washed their hair one time. These kinds of stories make me worry so much that no matter how hard I try, My children may still grow up and hate me. That is why the main thing I can say that has helped my family is always telling my children how much I love them. Sitting down and having heart to heart conversations with them and being pretty open and honest with them. This helps me to understand, or at least be hopeful, that when I'm not perfect, my children will still know and understand how much I love them. I always strive to be a better parent than the parents I had. I never want to hurt my children the way I was hurt. But the kind of attitude of never wanting to hurt your children can make it sometimes difficult to even discipline your children at all. And at times they can tend to walk all over someone with that kind of attitude. I still struggle with this, but their dad helps me balance things out. I am sometimes too easy on them, and he is sometimes too harsh, in my opinion. I'm lucky in that we can have balance in each other and help one another put things into perspective. Don't sweat the small stuff. That is so important. When I feel that I'm worrying too much about trivial things, I think of affirmations or poems like the one by Irma Bombeck called If I Had My Life to Live Over. I always tell my children over and over how much I love them, how much I respect them, and will always accept and love them no matter what happens, no matter what choices they make, and no matter what kinds of things they may say or do to me. Sometimes kids say mean things and think you don't love them anymore. I forgive and forget. I remind myself that they are children. I remember what being a child felt like, and I don't take it personally. I give my children room to be angry, sad, or happy, or whatever other emotion they may be feeling. I remind them that it is okay to feel these ways. I talk to them about school and what is going on in their life outside of home. Sometimes we have family nights on weekdays where we make a huge pallet that covers almost the entire living room floor and is made out of all the couch pillows and cushions, and have a sleepover. It gives the family time to unwind from the day, watching a favorite show together, usually something funny, instead of going into separate rooms. Sometimes my family does not get a whole lot of time together. I work until 5. Their dad works until 5 or 6. They're home at 3:30 with their sitter. When I get home, I usually help with homework and immediately start straightening the house and making dinner. By the time we eat there, it is not much time to talk or spend time together. This is the reason why the palette is a good idea, in my opinion. We do fun things together at least one day on the weekends. If we have money, we go to restaurants, sometimes fancy ones. They are always different. My children have tried every kind of food from all the different cultures that are offered in this area of Illinois. We do this to give the kids a more diverse experience. We also do regular kinds of things like go bowling, skating, or just go to the mall and walk around buying things if we have money. We take birthday trips for each of their birthdays at different times of year so that the kids can gain even more diverse experiences. I want them to be open minded and curious. We do these things rather than going all out on a bunch of expensive toys that they will lose interest in within a month. Take parenting classes, talk to people who have raised children, who love and respect them, and get ideas of how to raise your children from them. And from Janet Laird, have a central calendar for all members' activities. If it is not written on the calendar, I can't guarantee it'll happen. One family said they would play imaginary baseball at the park. We would pretend that we had a baseball equipment and play baseball. Afterwards, we'd stay on the ground and look at the stars. Another idea this family had was called the laughing game. When things got tough and stressful, I'm a single parent, we would all sit at the kitchen table and look at each other without smiling. The first one to giggle or to start a smile. Then we would all smile at each other with our mouths closed. First one to grin, we'd grin at each other. We kept going until we'd all be laughing at the table. Daily maintenance plan. What are we like as a family when we're doing well? There are times in our family when everything feels just right. It's hard to explain, but it is such a pleasure to experience. It gives me hope. This section is the family wrap touchstone. Refer back to this part of the daily maintenance plan when you need to be reminded of what your family's like when it's doing well. Include behaviors, activities, and attitudes, because a family is made up of individuals. Not everybody will have the same ideas, and that's okay. No idea is right or wrong. One family member may identify wellness as people spending a lot of time together, while another may identify wellness as everybody respecting people's need to have quiet time alone. And working together on this, it may be helpful to avoid idealizing family wellness, such as families on television or families you may know. Every family has issues and difficult times. Try to think about your own family and what might be happening or what it might feel like when everyone is generally doing well. Following are some ideas from other families about what their family is like when they are doing well. You may want to include some of them in your family wrap. We acknowledge each other when we see each other, and by saying something or with a smile or touch. We eat at least one meal together every day. We treat each other with dignity and respect. We look out for each other at home and away. We communicate easily with each other. There's no nagging. We are working together cooperatively to accomplish needed tasks. We seem to be enjoying each other. We are laughing and joking with each other. We're affectionate with each other. We are healthy and happy. We're doing our chores without a fuss. We are being kind to each other, and we help each other out without complaining. And then the daily maintenance list. So there are some things that if we did them every day, it would help so much. It's hard, but it's worth it. The daily maintenance list is a list of things that your family decides they need to do every day to stay as well as possible. This should be a short list so it's easily accomplished. So in this section of the plan, your family identifies and lists those wellness tools they need to use every day to stay as well as possible. As you're thinking about this, you may discover some new wellness tools that need to be added to your list of wellness tools and added to this daily maintenance list. So, family wellness, just like individual wellness, is very personal. And what is helpful for some families may not be helpful for others. There may be things on this list that some family members need to do, but others do not. That can be specified in the plan. For instance, for the family to be well, one or both of the parents may need to go to work every day or take some daily time away from the family. Examples of wellness tools that may be included on the list of things your family needs to do every day: eat breakfast and dinner together. Everyone does the chores they agreed to do. Check in with each other for 10 minutes after dinner. Saying good morning or other ways of acknowledging one another. Asking about one another's day. Being sure that everyone is supported in self care needs. Being aware of ways that people might help one another. Saying thank you when someone does something for you. Laughing. Sharing tasks or chores as planned. Avoiding making assumptions. Trying not to hold a grudge. Trying not to blame. Focusing on the positive. Planning or doing something that is fun or enjoyable. Being flexible. Being patient. Remembering things that you love, like, or appreciate about the other person or people. One person kept a picture that was associated with positive memories on hand to look at when she spoke to a relative that she was having difficulties with. And list those wellness tools you and your family don't need to use every day, but might need to use on specific days. So, for example, plan a special day or holiday, a vacation, a day away from each other, or a shopping trip. Take over someone else's responsibilities if they are sick, very busy, or need to be away. Watch a movie together. Have a game night. Invite a friend for a sleepover. Take a break from each other. Vacuuming. Jump on a trampoline. See a counselor. Work with a mediator. Plan a holiday gathering. Have a potluck dinner with friends or neighbors. Have a family meeting. One-on-one time between specific family members. And what are some wellness tools that you might need to use or to use to maintain supportive relationships with people in your family that you may not be with or speak to every day? So send them a weekly letter or email with updates and pictures of what and how you're doing. One mother said, "We send pictures of the kids holding a written message like, 'We love you, Grandma and Grandpa,' to their faraway grandparents. Regularly scheduled phone calls, Skype or FaceTime. Planning special time together. Visits. Taking care of their personal needs, like shopping or cleaning. And regular check-ins." All right, well, that was longer than I would usually go, but I'm all right with that. 40 minutes is a great amount of time. It is 2% of this whole day. And, for me, kind of taking a look and looking at the wellness toolbox and relating it to how we can apply it to our families of choice, right? Or the families in our immediate area. There doesn't have to be a perfect time to start, right? And then looking at, things like what it looks like when we apply it to what we kind of need our family to do every single day. Some of us might like everyday contact, or sometimes we just need a once in a while check-in, right? It really changes and is different for everybody. But having an idea and reflecting on what those things look like, it can be a brainstorm for ourselves, but it can also be a brainstorm to help other people. And especially when we can be reminded of our joy and hope and all of those things that we are reminded of as we're looking at our key concepts, right? And then again, just that comfort and safety agreement. Like, I call it the emotional labor party of Canada, because it's like, oh my gosh, if one more person nags, I'm gonna, or if I hear one more, silly thing or whatever, my eyes roll or whatever. These are things that take away from us. Just in the same way that we can do many little things that add to us and add to our sense of peace and tranquility at home. So thanks everybody. Again, reflection and check-in. What does having a comfort agreement, safety agreement, or safety action plan mean to you today? So for me, it means that I get to set my own pace, but I also get to have the opportunity at the same time to reflect on the needs of the other people in my family. What's something you need to consider when navigating a virtual space in order to feel or be safe? Hey, for me, I just keep showing up. I keep engaging in it. I don't let anybody or anything or any particular time dictate what my overall access and experience is online. And if somebody doesn't like what I'm doing, well, the World Wide Web is even bigger than this worldwide planet. 8 billion people out there. I'm sure I can find 5 friends. And then 3 family wellness tools that I can include in my chosen or bio family. Well, definitely phone calls. I love the occasional phone call. Other one is sharing family hobbies. So I have a couple of aunts who are very creative. Anytime I get excited about, homemade things, I definitely have my aunt who I can send those things to and kind of bounce things off of. I'm also very community oriented, and I have another aunt who spent a lifetime, working and serving her community. So much so that it's hard to, get her to retire, so to speak, even though she's retired about 100 times, right? You can take the person out of the workplace, but you can't take the ethics out of the worker, so to speak, right? And then a third wellness tool is family photos. I love me some family photos. So yeah, sharing those, chosen or bio. And then signs my family is doing well. Well, usually we're debating, arguing, teasing, to a certain degree, right? With some flexibility. We're communicating, we're keeping with the flow. And then what are some things that my family can do every day to get well and stay well? Well, self-advocate, ask for what they need. Don't demand it, right? Like, don't think, set expectations and all that, right? Including moi. And then just, basically just self-care, 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 self-care. Often when I'm getting in trouble, when I'm dipping a toe in advice land or crossing a boundary, it's because I basically want to, fix and, rescue and do all the things, and usually that's just me, right? Being a big softy, but those aren't things that are really helpful in the big picture. So trusting and believing that we all have it within us, and we've all gotten this far, and even if we are a bunch of angry looking whatevers, we can still be angry looking whatevers who are full of love and ultimately want the best for each other. So, all right, well, that's me. Thank you, everybody. I'm Angus Wright. I also go by Angus by Design. And up next in the old book, so we covered comfort agreement, wellness toolbox, daily maintenance. We're going to look at triggers in an action plan, early warning signs in an action plan, and crisis plan or advance. No, wait. Early triggers in an action plan, early warning signs in an action plan, sorry, and when things are breaking down in an action plan. And then after that, that's where we'll cover the crisis plan or advanced directive, post-crisis plan, and then using RAP in the family. So looking forward to the next couple of days and hearing from all y'all. So have a good one.